everyone, it's me, Zane.
And it's me, Morgan.
And today we're going to be talking about jelly soaps. I've never personally heard about this until we found them.
Yeah.
But,
they're these cool heart shapes.
yeah, you can see just how crazy these things look.
Yeah. Here, we'll take them out of the mold. Yeah, if you guys can see that.
Even break it there for you.
They're super squishy.
But yeah, you can use this as like hand soap or
Yeah.
body soap or whatever kind of soap you use. I don't know.
Yeah. It's really, it's really great.
If this is going to be a bit too much of a long video for you, we also have something up on our TikTok at Teen Makerspace, where it's just like a minute 30, and it just shows the whole process. So yeah, let's go and get started. Alright guys, so this is going to be our spread here for the jelly soap. We got a few things to go over here before we get started. We're going to be using some liquid dial soap. We got some mica powder. We got a couple measuring sticks, a whisk to throw it all together. We got a spoon to take some of the bubbles off the top, a tray for when we put it in the fridge, a couple silicone molds, food coloring, some vitamin E oil, our gelatin, a measuring cup, 1 cup of water, a boiling pot, and some salt to go with it. So let's go and get started here. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start by turning our oven on. I'm just going to put it on high so we can get the water boiling as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and pour our cup of water in here, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of salt just to kind of speed up the boiling process. Alright guys, so it's been like maybe 5 minutes and we got it boiling now. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my gelatin in here. You guys already have yours separated out already, but I'm just going to go and take this right out the package. Just like that, and then we're going to stir it in there. Something you guys will probably notice immediately as soon as you start putting it in here is that this stuff is gonna stink, like pretty bad, but just gotta work through it. Take that off there. It's also going to clump up a little bit. Once we start like getting it really mixed in here, after about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of stirring this, we'll start taking some of the chunks out of it. Alright guys, so I think that looks pretty good. It actually stirred in pretty well. I don't have like a lot of chunks really going on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my spoon here, and I'm just going to just scoop this stuff out of here. Just like that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and start adding in our soap now. So again, you guys already have this separated out for you, but we're just gonna use half a cup of the dial soap here.
Make sure you turn off the stove, always.
Safety hazard, guys.
Yes. Why don't you just have a parent around when you're doing this one, actually?
All right, just like that, we're just gonna go ahead and just slide her in there. All right, and then we're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing we've been doing. We're just gonna mix it all together. And so it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. It's probably gonna take like maybe like a minute or two. But I think that should be pretty good there. So when it starts to get all nice and foamy like that, we're gonna go ahead and start getting it a bit more colorful here. So I'm gonna start adding in our mica powder and our food coloring. So this one, we're gonna be making it, again, Valentine's Day themed. So we're gonna be doing some pink in here. Put like 6 drops in there. See how that's gonna look. One thing I did notice when we were testing this here, guys, is if you want it to be kind of like a more like foam-like texture, you can take a lot of this bubbly stuff right here and just add that into one of the molds, and that'll give it a whole different texture than like an actual jello. It'll be more like a kind of like a marshmallow or like a peep-like texture. Just something to keep in mind. So that looks pretty good, I think. We're gonna go ahead and start adding in our mica powder. I'd say that looks pretty good right there. And again, we're just gonna go ahead and stir this in here. And we're also gonna go ahead and add some of our vitamin E oil now that's looking pretty good. This will do wonders to your skin. Alright, well I'd say that's probably pretty good then. We're gonna go ahead and just start pouring this into the molds now. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a foam silicone mold here. So how this is gonna work is I'm just gonna take these bubbles here, and I'm just going to plop them down in there. If you guys don't want to do this, you could just take your spoon here and just take these bubbles and just throw them into the sink, wash them down, you know. But there we go. That's all there really should be. So I'm just gonna take the rest of this, like I was just saying, and I'm going to just go ahead and toss it into the sink here, so we can start seeing some of our like actual liquid stuff down here. Alright guys, so that's how it's going to be looking right now. I'm going to go ahead and start pouring these in. So we'll just go ahead and pour it right over here. Actually, before we do that, let's be smart about it. We're going to pour it into a measuring cup.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and pour that. Like now you can kind of see like a better look at that metallic look right there. Looks pretty sweet.
Yes.
And we're obviously using a bit more molds than what you guys have here. If you want to make more than just one, you can take this stuff right here that we have and just put it in the fridge, reheat it back up, and it should be the exact same texture like this.
Yeah, just make sure it's in a microwave safe dish, like a glass, like even a mug. That would probably be like the best. So yeah, just put your extra into a mug and put it into the fridge, and then after a few hours you can pop that, like pop one out and then do it again. So we have, we filled up 7.
So we'll go ahead and pop this into the fridge. It's probably gonna be like maybe, what, like about 4 or 5 hours, Morgan, would you say?
Yeah.
And then when we take them out here, we'll show you the difference between what the actual Jello ones are gonna be and what our little foam guy's gonna be like.
Sounds good.
Just like that.
There we go. All right, so we'll leave these set for 5 hours and then come back and check on them. All right, guys, so we're done waiting. We left these in here for a few hours, and now we're gonna take a look at them. So here's what they look like. So let me show you guys here. Let me peel one out. That, oh, they're slippery. So here we go.
Whoa.
That's so wiggly. It's all shiny and shimmery from the stuff. It looks really cool though. I like it. Ugh.
And then here's how our little foam one turned out.
If you wiggle enough, it'll break
You're
apart.
breaking its heart.
Rip it. So sad.
Very cool.
Anti-Valentine.
But you'll see our foam one here kind of shrunk a little bit, but it does have a really cool texture to it.
Ooh, yeah,
It's like kind of very marshmallow-like.
Yeah, even some of the top parts here is like kind of squishy, but yeah, you can see that they're super fun to squish and they're a little wet, but it's okay. I think they turned out pretty awesome. But again, yours can be different colors in this. Like you could do all different colors even.
Yep.
Like you don't even have to keep it, just put the dye in like right before you dump them in the mold.
And again, guys, we had a lot of extra stuff here, so just do the little process that we told you about if you had your leftovers. Just put them in the fridge and then reheat them back up and put them into the mold that you used before, and that should work perfectly fine.
Yep. So we hope you guys like these.
Yeah, we sure did.
All right, see you next week.
See you guys.